Oh, hey. One of the requests I got was to do a Hendrix song that he did towards the end of his life with a group he put together called Band of Gypsys, a song called Who Knows. It is really a great tune. I hesitate to do any Hendrix because, well, he's Hendrix, so of course anything I can come up with is not going to sound very good by comparison, but the request was to use it as an opportunity to teach a little bit of music theory, so I thought I'd put something together and see what we can get. So first I'll just go through the riff, then we'll come back, talk a little bit about some of the theory that underlies it, and then go on and look at some of the more elaborate riffs and stuff that you can do. It's a long song with lots of interesting parts. The basic riff, start off with the C sharp, down to a B, back to the C sharp, then we're going to get a little chromatic run from the G sharp, G, F sharp, low E, and then end on an E, octave higher. And there will be times where you can change up the rhythm. Also drop it down as they do when they start the verse. Get your C sharp down at the 4th fret. Grab the E up there. Alright, so let's unpack it a little bit, talk about what's going on, and then we'll come back and look at some more detail. Alright, so here's a little bit of music theory. It's pretty straightforward stuff, but since people asked, I thought I'd go through it. Think about this song as being based off of the C sharp minor pentatonic scale. So, the simple C sharp minor pentatonic scale. C sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, B, C sharp. Bringing the extra E in there. So what we're doing is we're taking a C sharp scale and we're using the 1, the C sharp, the flattened 3, which is the E, the 4, which is the F sharp, the 5, which is the G sharp, the B, which is the flattened 7, and then our octave. So 5 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which really makes it quite something. And this is something that's special about Hendrix's playing, is that he very often used pentatonic scales. That's 5 notes. Different octaves, of course, and you can move it all the way around the neck. But that's a very limited palette, so that he's able to do so much with so few strings is really just part of what's amazing about Hendrix, and like so many blues players, able to do so much with so few notes. Now, the next step to think about is, though I've left out one of the notes that is in that riff, we'll come back to it. That C sharp minor pentatonic, those notes are the same notes that we find in the E major pentatonic. Another way to put it is, the C sharp minor pentatonic is the relative minor of the E major pentatonic scale. So an E major, so the full E major scale would be E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. The major pentatonic for the E is going to be E, F sharp, G sharp, B, C sharp, E. Again, E, F sharp, G sharp, B, C sharp, E. And those are just the notes we had. In fact, the starting point is we're taking that 6, 5, the 6th note of that scale, and we're using that as our root. That's the relationship between the major and the relative minor, is the scale is using the 6 as its starting point. In mode talk, that would be to say we're using the Aeolian mode. So we got that basic scale. Now, One extra thing that's going on there is he's using the G. That G is the flattened 5. So here's our 1, our C sharp, here's our 5, the G sharp. He's got as well the G in there. That's the flattened 5. Sometimes people call that, if you use that note in the scale, they call that the pentatonic blues scale. It's a little misleading because it's got 6 notes, but it's got the 1, the flat 3, the 4, the flat 5, the 5, the flat 7, and then the octave. That flat 5 is really a sound that you don't hear a whole lot in rock music. It's a weird interval that is, listen to what a 1 and the 5 chord sounds like. Yeah, that's something that's pretty basic for rock music. It's got the 1, the 5, and then the octave. That interval sounds all right. Now listen to the interval of the 1 and the flat 5. That's a strange dissonant sound. So when Hendrix uses it, as many blues players do, think of it really as maybe a passing note, not one you're going to hang on a lot, but that you can use. Another way he's going to get that G in there is simply by bending. So we've got our F sharp here, we can bend up and get that G. Instead of actually using it, we can bend up to it. And as we're going to see, this song has lots of bends in it. All right, so that was a little bit of the theory. Let's go work on some of the extra riffs that get used in this song. Obviously, you can keep going. It's a good song for thinking about just playing within that basic C sharp minor pentatonic, trying to make use of those notes despite the extra use of the wah-wah pedal and the heavy use of the tremolo. He's making use of those 5 notes, making magic out of them. So good song to work off of. If you haven't listened to it before, check it out. It's a hard one to get out of your head once you've listened to it a bunch of times. All right, take it easy.